Welcome back to my garden. This video is about finishing the deer fence. And I just want to reiterate, this is not a fence that is 100% going to stop deer from ever getting in my garden, because I mostly don't have deer here, but it is hopefully going to deter the deer and look pretty stinking sweet. So in this video, I'm pretty much wrapping stuff up. The fence itself got built in the last video, so I will be installing some wire that will add an extra 18 inches of height to the fence. I'm going to be putting post caps on to protect against rot by exposing the ends of the posts to water, so that's important. And for fun, and the reason it's getting dark and I don't care right now, is I'm installing some lights. Also, hopefully the lights will help deter the deer from trying to jump through the wires of the fence. The noises in the background are my neighbor right back there doing home renovation, and it's nonstop. So that's part of the video now. And hopefully when this whole process is done, I'm going to be able to show you a bit of a light show. But the way some of these LED lights work, they may or may not light tonight. And if they don't, they're not going to be on the video because I'm going to be posting it to YouTube tomorrow, Monday. So something could go horribly wrong. Watch to the end and find out. Now, before I can do the fun part, I've got to cut these posts so that they're a little bit more even. So let's do that first. Well, that was fun. And for these uneven caps, I am going to have some caps that go on the posts, so you won't even notice them, and neither will I. But next we're going to drill some holes for the additional height on this fence, because I know I got more than one, well, at least one comment on part one of this video where they're like, hey, deer can get over that fence, it's not tall enough. Well, this isn't as tall as it gets. We're going to add a little height, but it's not going to be this. So I went to Home Depot and I was like, I need a longer drill bit, maybe like 6 or 8 inches. And Home Depot was like, no, we only have foot-long drill bits. So I have a foot-long drill bit now. I need to change up to a bigger drill bit and get the back end of a couple of these holes so that I can fit my wire vices in. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to string wire between these posts. And then for funsies, I'm going to put some little LED fairy lights on them because why not? Now, I don't know how well you can see this, but here is the wire vise. I'm just going to use it to see if I'm getting my hole deep enough on the ends. I don't think my big bit is big enough. But we can make it work. There we go. It's so messy and kind of fun. And surprisingly round. Go a little deeper. Okay, now I'm ready for my wire. This is 12 gauge wire, which is really not that thick, but it's pretty thick. I don't feel comfortable working with wire that's a lot thicker than this because I don't have a lot of specialized tools. Oh, come on. Let's go to the other side here. All right, so I'm gonna push the wire through this hole here. and then through the wire vise. And it should only be able to go in one direction through the wire vise. Come on. Ah, there we go. Through the wire vise. And a lot of these wire vices say, don't rely on the vise itself to hold on to the wire. So I'm going to come around here and wrap around a few times. There we are, held at that end. We're through the wire vise. There we go. Much better. Pull until the wire is straight, which is why I use the wire vise, because I can actually get a straight, good-looking wire this way. And we'll bring it around. Now I'm just going to do this process to the rest of the fence. Well, now that I've got the wires hung and the posts all leveled off, it's time to put on some decorative touches, because if you can't have a beautiful garden, what even is the point? So I've got these solar LED post caps to go next to my fences. And they will set on there, and then there are some screws that go through the base just to hold them stable. I picked these up for about $6 at the big box store, so we're not breaking the bank. Now you can find them for as much as $15 each at the big box store, so shop around. I didn't see a huge increase in actual value for that extra 10 bucks. Now for the other posts that aren't next to a gate, I've got these plain powder coated steel caps. They're going to make it look nice, but also they're going to protect the untreated ends that I've sawn off from corrosion. So they're going to go on the other posts. Then we'll string up our LED fairy lights. The purpose of the fairy lights is twofold. They're gonna look fun and whimsical, and that's great, but also deer are crepuscular animals, and my concern is that they're not going to necessarily notice this wire that adds about 18 inches of height to my fence. And if the deer don't see the wire, they're possibly going to try to jump through it. The LED post tops actually came with their own screws, which I am not too proud to use because free screws are awesome. Secure. Now in the Cache Valley we do have native firefly species, and whenever you install yard lights, keep in mind that you might be damaging firefly environment with light pollution. What I like about these lights is that they are only 7 lumens, which is not very bright, just like me. And so in the event that I'm very lucky and fireflies move in, if I don't notice it right away, they should still be able to find their mates. And of course, should fireflies move in, as soon as I notice it, I'm taking down all my yard lights. Now all that's left are the string lights. And I'm looking at this and I'm really hoping that the wire is coated, because if it's not, then I've just closed the circuit a bunch of times. Well, the lights don't reach as far as I hoped. Well, that's too bad. It's only going to get light in the afternoon, which means that these may not be terribly reliable. Well, as you can see, everything that was supposed to light up lit up. So I'm going to consider this project a success. And I'm probably going to buy more fairy lights to make up for the spots that I missed because they weren't quite long enough. But I'm really happy that I was able to show this to you. Thank you for joining me in my garden tonight, and I hope you have a wonderful time in your own.